portion of the news brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
The entire court visited an apartment complex on Constitution Drive in Chippingham today, where 37-year-old Davy Basden was fatally stabbed back in June 2011.
23-year-old Edmund Cunningham is accused of killing Basden following an altercation at the apartment. However, when court resumed, Cunningham took the stand in his own defense, telling jurors he never had an argument with the deceased over money, never had a knife, and never killed Basden. He testified that he went to the apartment to see his baby's mother, but she wasn't there. But since the deceased was at the apartment and owed him $40, Cunningham said he asked him for it and was given $20. Cunningham said that infuriated another woman who was present and claimed the $20 was hers. Shortly afterwards, Cunningham said the deceased and the woman started arguing, prompting him to leave soon after. The trial continues before Justice Indra Charles. So from the courts, another guilty verdict was also handed down in the Supreme Court. A jury found Mark Fadden guilty of a charge of manslaughter for causing the drowning death of Wilson Camius in North Eleuthera on April 2nd, 2010. The prosecution called 6 witnesses in the case, presided over by Justice Roy Jones. The Crown's case was that Fadden and Camius got into a fight on board a boat near Spanish Wells. Fadden pushed Camius overboard. He later drowned. Fadden is expected to return to court on May 21st for sentencing. Ian Cargill represented Fadden, while prosecutors Patrick Sweeting and Abigail Farrington tried the case.
Returning now to news in the House of Assembly, the member for Central and South Andros, Ambassador to CARICOM, His Excellency Picewell Forbes, made a public apology to women throughout the country. His apology comes in the wake of remarks made some 2 weeks ago by calling member for Tall Pines Leslie Miller concerning the abuse of women.
While I firmly believe the remarks were made in jest, by laughing, my reaction to the statement, which would have been signaled out in the local media, would have been made questionable to some and seen in poor taste to others. I take full responsibility for my behavior. It was never my intent to offend anyone, although I might have been seen or perceived to be offensive and insensitive in some quarters. Let the record reflect, Mr. Speaker, that I, Picewell Alexander Leon Forbes, being of sound mind and an empathetic heart, do not condone abuse or violence in any form. Mr. Speaker, it is no laughing matter.
Still to come in ZNS Total Sports, primary school students go after a track and field championship.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.